All right, welcome back. So we're out here with Arrma's new fire team. Gonna give it a rip over the speed bump, make sure everything's working properly before I get this thing into the dirt, and then just start sending it when I have a setting or something out of whack. Out of the box, you always want to check to make sure that your radio is bound, steering trims, everything's going the right direction, and you're not having any kind of glitching. To throw a battery pack in it, throw batteries in it, and then take it somewhere far away, park or something like that, and then try to bash and realize that you have some sort of issue that you could solve at home or near your workshop. It's just easier to give it a little test rip in front of your house, and that's why I tend to do these with new RCs. I can set up the suspension over the speed bump to make sure that it's jumping well, making sure that the handbrake, everything on this RC is working properly. And if I need to adjust punch settings or something like that, I can break open the owner's manual and get it done before I get out and start ripping it to my style of driving. So I always suggest people do this with a brand new RC. So I did get batteries put in this. I'm not a big fan of these controllers because of the whole AVC deal. Remember, it has steering dual rate right here, so I tend to kick that all the way up. If you turn it down, it limits your steering, so there's no AVC in this. Whenever you see this controller, that's letting you know that there's no AVC. I felt at this price point that it should have had AVC, like the Vortec and, you know, the Felony and that kind of stuff, but we're gonna go ahead and give it a rip. I've never had a problem with these at all. They actually have really good range. They just no AVC in them. So let's give this thing a rip and see how it handles. I do have a Spectrum battery in here, just a single 6S pack. I haven't changed out the pinion. It's still the pinion out of the box. I'm not using the handbrake. I'm just whipping it. Oh. There's that nosedive. Just got to take it a little easier over the speed bump. Just a little easier over that speed bump. It dove right down on this wheel. It's got a lot of camber in on those front wheels. Try giving this handbrake. So that's me tapping the handbrake. You don't have to hold the handbrake. It's more of a, with my thumb, I tap it like that. I tap it like that and throw it. You don't have to hold it. It's just a tap, and I do it with the V2 infraction the same way. I get going and I just tap it. So I'll start to turn and just tap it, and that'll get you to spin around. It's just a tap with my thumb. So that's how I do the handbrake. When I first was using the handbrake on the V2, I would kind of hold it, thinking you have to lock up the rear like that, and all it would do is spin around. So I learned just tapping it locks up the rear brakes. That's full trigger from pretty much a dig. right on the roof. Wasn't trying to do that. I was trying to do a hop wheelie off the speed bump. I should put some roof sliders on this. Because I think, you see right here, this is the body. So there's no roof sliders. So it ground down this, this, and this. Which is gonna happen because you're gonna flip it. So roof sliders would have been nice because that body's $250. And I'm hoping they come out with just the, without the cage, you can just get the skins for it. It's got decent speed. I wish it had like a light bar or light kit on it, kind of like the Locy's do, like one above the compartment or in the front. Maybe even some tail lights would have been cool. Maybe it's something that we can add. There's no headlight buckets or anything on it, but there is little areas that maybe you can throw LEDs in it, because I see right here, maybe drill in a bunch of holes and put 4 or 5 LEDs on each side for tail lights. Because I'm sure the fire team does go in to attack people at night. Gonna have to turn down first time I hit the real brakes. That's not bad. See, AVC gives you, when you get that wiggle going on, you have to let off the trigger. AVC normally would control that, just a little bit of AVC. I might stick an AVC controller in it. Got to be careful with that, hitting that bump too fast, because it'll nosedive. Has a little bit of a steering push. Tires have good bite in the grass. So locking up the rear does make it slide on the grass. Ooh. So good traction on grass. Climbs up curbs nice and easily. That was tapping the handbrake. Tap the handbrake. Oh, cogged out. I was tapping the handbrake over the speed bump. Tap the handbrake, accelerate. Oh. Try not to hit the curb. I looked over at the car and stopped turning. See another car coming. I'll take a look at these tires and see how they're wearing down. Oh, they're doing pretty good. It didn't like knock off all the knobbies or chunk up really bad. So an all-around tire, it's pretty good. And it is vented. There are holes drilled in it, so that's pretty cool. It's a 7,000 mAh battery. It's only a 30C in here by Spectrum, but it's giving me plenty of power. It's all I really need. I could use more wheel speed, I'm sure, for the dirt. But in front of your house, stock pinion's perfect. It's got to be 35, 40 miles an hour, which is plenty for an RC of this size. Gets up quick, acceleration's good. You're not going to have any heat problems. Definitely drives pretty good. I like the way it handles. I do wish it had AVC, and the handbrake works good for on-road. It didn't work so well in the grass because every time I went to use it, it would just flip the RC over because the tires were biting. But there you go. We're going to get it out to the dirt. We're going to do some bashing, some light jumping, and see if we can keep it under control and not fully destroy it. But like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. I'm going to get a motor temp. I brought it in. Went to touch the motor. Yeah, see, 150 degrees. 143 in the front. 160 degrees. 158.9. And that's after about 10 minutes to come inside. The motor is scorching hot, so adding that speed gearing is not an option. What's going on here? ESC is 120, 130, 131 for the ESC. So the speed gearing is not recommended to install in here to go bashing. I think we have plenty of speed. You can see the way I tied it up, and I want to show you the size of this battery I'm running in here. Battery's cold. Battery's not even working. 96 degrees. Power cables are 80. See, 90 degrees. And my biggest thing was I picked up batteries, these, the Gens Ace, because they were kind of affordable. I want to show you the reason I didn't run it in this RC, and I went out and I bought a single pack, a Spectrum battery. See, make sure you guys are facing down. But here's the Gens Ace, and look at the difference in the wire. So this is like, I want to say 12 gauge, 14 gauge, something like that. This is probably 10 gauge wire. So the thickness of wire for amp draw, I had a feeling this thing was going to draw a lot. So even though it's only, well, rated at 30C, it's plenty of punch. The problem with the Spectrum battery is it's $154. But you don't have to buy two $65 packs like I did. Well, one is 60 because it has an XT90 on it versus that plug. So $5 more for that plug. I don't know why that is. Same battery, just a different plug. But I wanted to show you guys that. And this one fits in here perfectly. This Spectrum pack. You can see the sheer size of this thing. So it's rated at 30C, but it is 7,000 mAh. So it's going to keep the heat down, keep everything down. And the motor temps did get up there. So we cannot gear up anymore with the weight of this RC. Even with the pinion that they gave us in here. Because if I take this pinion and throw it in there, I'm going to end up with heat cut or overheating. And because I was bashing on road, it's not like bashing on grass. You know, I did do a little bit of grass, but mainly all on road. And that's what this pinion's supposed to be for, is an on-road pinion. But I feel if I gear up, temps are going to go up a lot. So definitely not worth gearing up at this point. But there you go, guys. The guns still sitting there, all three of them. We flipped it a couple times. Body held up pretty well for sliding on its roof with no roof sliders. And the remote worked good. So no complaints on any of that stuff. Just feels cheap, but it works okay. And like I said, trying to keep, I can't even put that there. It bends the side. But the Spectrum battery fits right in. There we go. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you on the next one.